Okay, so dear football lovers, it was a crazy last hours of the transfer window, and we are here to give you all the gist surrounding Chelsea and some other English Premier League clubs. Now let's go into Nicolas Jackson. Recall that Nicolas Jackson rendezvous, he was just going up Bayern Munich, back to Chelsea, back to Bayern Munich, and all of that stuff. So, but the ending part of the whole thing is that he has signed for Bayern Munich. When he made that move, Chelsea immediately, when Liam Delap, sustained that injury, Chelsea immediately told him, please come back. We need you back. Liam Delap has, sustained an injury, and then we need a backup. Can you come back? And Nicolas Jackson said, no, never. He doesn't want to come back. They use many intermediaries and all to push narratives and ensure that he doesn't get back to Chelsea. And so Chelsea discovered that, man, this bridge has completely been severed. And so there's need for us to now make this deal a permanent deal, not just a loan deal. Now, Chelsea now had to push Bayern Munich to say, because of these situations and the player now wants to stay with you in Bayern Munich, you must now do one thing to make the deal a permanent deal. And so Bayern Munich now say, no, they don't want Nicolas Jackson again, and had to say, Nicolas Jackson, please, you have to come back. And Chelsea said, Nicolas Jackson, you must find a solution. If you don't, you're on your own. We can't take you back again into the fold because your strength of character is too poor, and you will go and corrupt these other ones. And so they don't want it back again. So they had their talks and all of that, and Bayern Munich came back again for Nicolas Jackson. Chelsea said, you must buy him on a permanent deal, or we insert an obligation to buy the loan deal. And so Bayern Munich went for obligation to buy. Now, obligation to buy means that at the end of the loan deal, Bayern Munich are going to pay a certain amount to Chelsea to buy Nicolas Jackson completely. It is a must that they will buy. But it is now dependent on the terms in that obligation to buy. Obligation to buy means that you must buy that player at the end of the loan deal. But then there are terms that need to be met. Let's say in that obligation to buy, they say if Nicolas Jackson plays 5 matches in the season, that you must buy him at the end. And so once Nicolas Jackson plays 5 matches, you must buy him. The obligation to buy is if Nicolas Jackson scores 1 goal or 2 goals or 5 goals, you must pay. You must pay to buy him completely, permanently. And so this is the situation of Nicolas Jackson transfer to Bayern Munich. So Nicolas Jackson is now a full Bayern Munich player. Pending the end of the deal, then they will now pay Chelsea the remaining money for the permanent transfer. Ben Chilwell has now been transferred to Strasbourg on a 2-year deal. I think a 2 years deal. He was given a 2 years deal at Strasbourg. So it is just Chelsea trying to offload their player. You understand what we are talking about? The Blue Co Group, they own Strasbourg, own Chelsea. So when solutions are hard to find, Chilwell has to now, be considerate in certain things and then move to Strasbourg. So Chilwell has now been unveiled at Strasbourg. He is now a Strasbourg player. He will be playing with them for 2 seasons. Now for Jojo Donnarumma, Manchester City has completed the signing of Jojo Donnarumma from Paris Saint-Germain. He is now at Manchester City and he will now become the Manchester City goalkeeper. I don't know how they want to play him, but man, Manchester City is going down. Jojo Donnarumma is a very good goalkeeper, but not that sweeper kind of goalkeeper. That goalkeeper that will give you passes, that will interact with the defenders in passes. I don't think Jojo Donnarumma is so strong in that aspect. So I don't know how he's going to use them, because Pep Guardiola prefers ball players, ball carriers. Be you defender, be you whatever, be you goalkeeper. He wants you to be able to communicate by passing, and be able to be, good at that. But then we'll see how Jojo Donnarumma fits in. But he is a very, very good goalkeeper. So Jojo Donnarumma to Manchester City has, been finalized. Alexander Isak has now signed for Liverpool. Alexander Isak has now signed for Liverpool. And Maguire to Liverpool has now been cancelled because the deal for Igor to move down to Newcastle United has been cancelled. So the deal for Igor has failed. So Crystal Palace decided to cancel the Mark Guehi's, transfer to Liverpool. But Alexander Isak transfer to Liverpool is done and sealed. Alexander Isak is now a Liverpool player. The next is our Nigerian brothers. Our Nigerian brothers, Victor Boniface and Samuel Chukwueze. Victor Boniface has now moved to Werder Bremen. Victor Boniface has signed for Werder Bremen. He has completed his medicals. He's now a Werder Bremen player. Recall that he had issues with AC Milan. When he went to AC Milan, the deal fell off because they said he failed his medical. Now, people came out and be saying that Victor Boniface failed his medicals. They don't want to tell you what part of the medicals he did, because you can't just come out and say he failed his medical. What was the problem? Victor Boniface had an ACL. In fact, he has operated under his knee for, I think, 2 times. ACL injury, anterior cruciate ligament injury. So that was what they saw, and they felt like this could be a scare for them. This could come up anytime soon, and they don't want to take that risk. And so they said no to the deal, and that was why the deal. Not that he failed any other part of the medical. No, the medical is that he has, operated on his knee, and they felt like it is a danger for them that he might still, be injured, because he has now done, I think 2 operations on his knee. So that was why they rejected him and, said that he failed his medicals. Now, he has now signed for Werder Bremen, and he is a very wonderful player. Victor Boniface is a very, very decent player. A very decent player that would make a positive introduction into the team, a positive change into whatever team he finds himself in. The next is Samuel Chukwueze. Samuel Chukwueze has now moved to Fulham. Samuel Chukwueze has signed fully for Fulham. He will now be, and that of Victor Boniface is a loan deal. It's a loan deal. Same with Samuel Chukwueze. Samuel Chukwueze is a loan deal, but with option to buy. So Fulham has the option to buy Samuel Chukwueze if he performs well for them. The option to buy is different from obligation to buy. Obligation to buy is that at the end of the season, there are terms, little terms that they will put that once you accomplish those terms, you must buy that player. But for option to buy, at the end of the season, if they look at the performance of Samuel Chukwueze and see that yes, this fits into what they want, they will now go to buy him on a permanent deal. But if he doesn't, suit into what they want, they will offload him. He goes back to his parent club. So this is the situation of players, and this is what happened within that 24 hours. The important ones, not like every other thing. There are so many transfers going on everywhere. Julio Enciso, completed his transfer to Strasbourg. Many people said that he failed his medicals, but no. He's at Strasbourg now. He's a Strasbourg player. After 1 year, he will move to Chelsea and start playing for Chelsea. So this is the current situation of things around. Let us know your thoughts. You can state them in. If you have not joined us, please go to the YouTube page at KCFC_1. You will see us there at KCFC_1. Just type at KCFC_1. You are going to see our YouTube page. Do well to subscribe to us. Do well to join us. Do well to support us. It is important that you do so. And the subscription is free of charge. It is not going to take you anything. Just click on that subscribe button. Click on that subscribe button. Click on the follow button. And you will be there with us. Soon, we shall be going live. When we finish setting up things and setting up all we need to set up, we will start going live to discuss football with our lovely people. We will start going live to discuss football with our lovely people. For now, it is goodbye. Let's know what you have or what you think in the comment section.